crappy narration, but at least the ability to pronounce Cecil and leisure. Welcome to Night Whisper Lane. So I used to do a column for Tap magazine, rest in peace, in which I looked at some of the weirdest and strangest iOS applications on the market. And if the Russian secret police ever ask, that is really the only reason I still have access to a game called Crying Poo, in which, well, this happens. I also have terror safety tips, an astromech droid translator, and an app designed to tell you when the wind is safe to go out in a skirt. Now, of course, I don't need that one, I just wear respectable pants and let things blow where they will. Now, it was while trying to find an old app in this pile of regret that I found what I would normally call an old game, except that it's just been translated for the new iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. Perfect! What could be better than a Retina quality pop scare that makes you drop your new phone? But of course, as with all the best horror, it's not about scares, it's about story.
You don't know what lurks ahead. Just fear will feel inside your head. You don't know how you came to this place. One bad move will be the last to see your face. What evil maniac can do such things and live in a house on Night Whisper Lane?
Okay, so it's not about story, it's about, creating atmosphere.
There is no way out. For all you know, this light switch is booby-trapped.
Okay, so, story, atmosphere, writing, what's left? Oh, surprise! Yes, if Night Whisper Lane has nothing else, surprise! Snake in the toilet! Now, it's not really clear why you're here, and by that I mean both why Hero Victor is entering this Doom house and why you bought this game. Unless you write a Weird Apps column, of course, in which case you don't have enough time to care. Too busy trying to work out how to explain to people why you own a copy of Dog Divination, the canine astrology program that truly defines the dog's box. What's soon made clear, though, is that you're not here alone. Other randomly downloaded poser figures, other victims have been lured here too, and not just to be killed off. Wait, scratch that. The other thing, to die horribly, usually off-screen, so that you can get all these keys and keycards that they randomly have, and the artist doesn't have to worry about, animation. At one point, you've even got to pretty much deliberately poison one yourself. I mean, you don't technically put the poison in, but there's a bit of a clue. It's not just rum in this hip flask.
You're welcome. Drink quickly so we can find a way out of here.
What did you put in my drink?
I didn't put anything in it. Hurry up and finish the drink so we can get out of here.
Don't rush me.
Cough and cough indeed. But at least Victor has an appropriate response to this, which isn't creepy at all.
Looks like I won't be asking her out to the movies. I'm on my own again.
There's one person in the house you do interact with a lot, though, the demon Sophia, responsible for all the horror you see before you, and by that I of course mostly mean the decoration. Seriously, this is a confusingly laid out place. Blood-splattered halls sitting next to what would be quite nice offices and bedrooms and bathrooms, if not for all the explosions and snakes. I mean, say what you want about Sophia, she has some nice stuff. Just check out her home theatre systems. Yeah, systems, multiple. Now, I'm not sure I'd personally put mine next to the furnace room, but then I don't think I'd bother putting an elevator into a regular house either. Or make it play Pop Goes the Weasel. Anyway, Sophia is the first boss you have to fight using some of the many items you've picked up throughout the game, including shotguns and butcher's knives and shotguns and more shotguns and slingshots and no, seriously, here's more shotgun shells. And wow, the tactical complexity of this just puts all other games to shame. Fear her exactly one attack. Cower before your need to do basic maths to decide whether to use a health pack or to deliver your own counterattack. Enjoy having no idea how much damage everything does, and them not even being listed in order of power or anything. Truly, this is... yeah. Now, I'm not saying that Sophia isn't evil. I mean, she is a murderous demon who owns a hell house, and that's the kind of thing that tends to drown out any charity work on the side, or feeding stray kittens. Even if she is probably just feeding them to her army of snake monsters. But what's really odd about Night Whisper Lane is that it's not really the demon thing that has everyone so worked up. I mean, not really. They're way more discriminating than that.
There's some crazy red-headed chick out to get me.
He told me some redhead was out to get him.
That redhead has demonic eyes. Don't ever stare at them or it will be the last thing you ever see.
So you are the redhead demon who's been killing people here. We've got to work together to stop this redhead demon once and for all.
I just wanted to say that I'm getting sick and tired of everyone making fun of red-haired people. It pisses me off. Ginger people do have souls, alright?
Your soul is finally mine. Welcome to a life of eternal hell.
Really, that's funny. Yeah. Okay.
I guess in this case, fair enough. I mean, she doesn't have a soul. She also doesn't have any idea how to fight, so a few random items in the face are enough to hit her so hard, her voice actress is thrown 10 feet back from the microphone.
Huh. You're much stronger than I expected. Until we meet again, baby.
I'll hunt you down if it's the last thing I do.
But of course, she's just the first of many different bosses. By which I mean it's about 5 minutes later that you have to fight her again. And again. And again. And at this point it gets a little difficult to take her seriously. If you pick up every item in the game and don't accidentally waste health packs or touch anything, then you just have enough resources to make it to the end. Just. There's really no margin for error, especially as her attacks move from doing basically no damage to doing all the damage. By the last fight, bandages are literally worthless and only a couple of weapons are worth a damn. Molotov cocktails, for instance, do 100 damage, slingshots 15. And what makes it worse is that while an update to the game made it so that if you die, you just respawn, dying to Sophia is an instant and total game over. Right back to the start to pick everything up and have all the fights again, like only some complete idiot would actually bother doing. So, some 5 runs through this game later, here's what happens when you finally get all the keys and unlock the most terrifying location in the history of horror. The Back Garden. Fear the playset of doom. Cower before Satan's own barbecue fork. And here we go, the final boss. Gosh, who could it be? Hitler in a robot suit. A hideous flesh creature formed of our fallen friends. A living shadow of decay and... no. Hi, Sophia. Anyway, finally she goes down for good, and it's time to reap the rewards of heroism. Which I'm almost positive won't be that tired old cliche where the cops arrive and arrest the main character for murdering everyone, and I should really look at my screen while recording this stuff, shouldn't I? Apparently, if you find enough money during the game, then you get a good ending, which I'm assuming is to slip a few $100 into the cop's pocket and tell him to buy something nice. I'd check, but, well, this is Night Whisper Lane. If it begs any questions at all, it's where Sophia buys her nerd posters. And I'm not talking about Star Wars ones. No, I'm certainly not going to say that this is the worst game I've played on iOS, though for context, let's not forget that I own a game called Super Turk, in which flies sit on this guy's face, and if you press them, then it crashes. I'd give you a link to check it out if you wanted to, but you can't have it, because it's been pulled from the iTunes store. Night Whisper Lane's still on there, though. So, anyone up for a game of Crying Poo?
So you are the redhead demon who's been killing people here.
Indeed I am. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I'm Sophia, and this is my house. And after I kill you, I'll have your soul and become even more powerful.
Give me your best shot.